to the Quick Lane Bowl between Bowling Green and Minnesota. The Gophers are 3.5-point favorites, 1 p.m. ESPN Ford Field. Somebody make this make sense. Minnesota went 5-7 for crying out loud, and you were telling me that they are the betting favorite? Why?
Mitch, first of all, please don't watch this game while you're driving. I don't want you to fall asleep and perish on I-35 as you're heading back to Texas. So please do us a favor and wait for the First Responder Bowl before you start watching football. But that aside, it's 100% talent top to bottom on the roster. That's the reason they're favored.
Is it?
I think it was Duke and Troy where I said weird things, can happen when even on paper, like looking just at the records, Bowling Green has played better as a team this year. Obviously, something just hasn't clicked with the Golden Gophers. But when you get them lined up on the field, sometimes that talent just wins out, even when it's broken. And look, I know, multiple quarterbacks in the portal for Minnesota. Wasn't exactly like the quarterbacks were carrying the load for the Golden Gophers this year. They are missing Tanner Morgan badly in his 7 years of eligibility that he spent in Minneapolis. But, I'm going to take Bowling Green in this one. I do think that they're the more cohesive team at this point. Weird things happen when 5-7 teams get in there too, though. So sometimes they just take that opportunity and run with it. They really embrace the underdog role. Don't know how Minnesota will morph themselves into the underdog role and they're playing Bowling Green, but they might. But I'm going to take the Falcons 2-5 confidence points in this one. And fun fact that I researched, Bowling Green actually leads the all-time series in this matchup. So there you go.
And they're going to extend that lead. I'm picking Bowling Green with a fair amount of confidence because Minnesota sucks. They're so bad. They're just bad. And look, I guess the only bright spot for Minnesota right now is you're right. Like, there wasn't like it's going to be a massive drop off because of your portal guys. Like, you weren't good anyways this season. If your backups are bad, they're just also bad. So like, I'm not thinking there's going to be massive drop off for Minnesota, but there's a reason you're 5-7. It's not because you're a good football team. It's because you were bad and you went 5-7. And again, this was in a side of the conference where there were a lot of wins to be had this year. Plenty of wins to be had in the Big Ten on that side of the conference, and still couldn't find enough of them to make a bowl game. I like I like Bowling Green a lot in this one. I think that they run the ball well. They play good on defense, and I'm going to pick Bowling Green to win this one. And I would put more confidence on. I understand that, it's just Bowling Green. It's just these lowly guys who we don't really believe in or something. But, I like my 7-5 teams to put my confidence points on.
Falcons won 5 of their last 6. They only lost to Toledo during that stretch in the penultimate game of the season. Make it 6 out of their last 7. They win the Quick Lane Bowl over Minnesota.
Gracious, how about